Hello and welcome everyone to your Monday edition of the Daily 8 here on the News 8 Live Desk. Phil Panarski here with the top 8 stories you need to know for the day. We will have a look at your forecast coming up in just a little bit, but first we want to head over to Benton Harbor. That is where we start our show with our first story of the day. And that's where a police officer actually fired shots into a car that was driving at a crowd of people early on Saturday. This is news that we broke over the weekend. According to the Benton Harbor Department of Public Safety, an officer was called to investigate a disturbance on Vineyard Avenue just before 4 a.m. When the officer arrived, he approached a crowd of people that was in the area. That's when a vehicle actually turned around and started to accelerate their way. The officer then opened fire at the driver, who was ultimately shot in the right hand. The driver was later identified as an 18-year-old woman. She was taken to a nearby hospital for treatment before being taken into police custody. 2 other people in the crowd were also swiped by the vehicle during that incident. Police say that the incident stemmed from a, quote, love triangle, but more information on that part of the investigation has not been released. And again, a full investigation is underway into that incident. And we have an update to the stranded astronauts on the International Space Station. In a press conference Saturday, NASA announced it would be too risky to bring astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams back to Earth on Boeing's new and troubled capsule. That means the pilots would not be returning home until next year. Wilmore and Williams have been on the ISS for the past 3 months after suffering a few setbacks during their travel. Their original trip to the station was only slated for 1 week. The plan is now to bring the two back on a SpaceX capsule next February. And next, Walmart is reportedly recalling nearly 10,000 cases of apple juice from its stores in 25 different states across the country, including Michigan. Apparently, the juice could have harmful levels of arsenic in them. That's according to the Food and Drug Administration. The recalled juice is Great Value branded apple juice sold in 6-packs of 8-ounce bottles. The recall was originally issued on August 15th, but was given a more urgent risk this past Friday. If you purchase the recalled juice, your best bet is to dispose of it right away. And we've got a deep dive look into the death of Michigan's most notorious train robber, who died 129 years ago on Sunday. That is the latest Sunday story from Matt Jarowski. John Smalley grew up in mid-Michigan, struggling as a farmer and laborer before turning to a life of crime. During his crime spree in West Michigan, he stopped a train in Fenville and took off with $42,000. That's worth more than $1.5 million today. Smalley also later shot and killed a Grand Rapids police detective who was hunting for the train robber. That killing would soon lead to Smalley's demise. If you want to learn more about this part of Michigan history, you can do just that simply by heading on over to our website, woodtv.com. Well, school is already underway for lots of students all across West Michigan, but freshmen at GRCC got their start Monday, but that's not all they got. Elena Cousineau joins us now with more on that.
The first day of the fall semester here at Grand Rapids Community College, and there's a couple of things that students, staff, and parents should know. First off, the Rapids and Grand Rapids Community College are partnering together to bring free bus passes to students and staff. Another thing, around 450 freshmen this year are going to college here tuition free. That's thanks to a state scholarship. We have more information on both over on our website, woodtv.com.
All right, thanks, Elena. And if you're a student at GRCC or you know one, and you want to make sure that they get a hand on those bus passes, well, we have everything you need to know on that over on woodtv.com as well. And GRCC isn't the only place where students are getting free items. Muskegon Rescue Mission, a local ministry, is partnering with Baker College to run and stock a free pantry for students. Not only will there be non-perishable food items for students to enjoy without having to scavenge for a few dollars, but also some hygiene products and even school supplies. The pantry will be open 24/7, perfect for those late-night study sessions. And we stay in Muskegon for this next story, where some major renovations are being done to the Old Corner Church. The former church on West Muskegon Avenue was built back in the 1930s but hasn't held services since the pandemic, but now it will be the place for a new commercial hub. The Bernhardt family recently purchased the building for $500,000 and will be transforming it to serve as a recreation and commercial space. They hope to be able to host weddings, musicals, field trips, and more in the very near future. There's already a business using the facility actually, with more hopefully on the way. And before we let you go, let's now get a look at your Storm Team 8 forecast thanks to the help of meteorologist Matt Kirkwood.
Okay, heat and occasional rounds of showers and thunderstorms will be the focus over the next several days. A couple showers are possible out there today, about a 30% chance. But the real area to watch will be off to the west of us. Whatever develops west of us may roll in, it looks like, later tonight into tomorrow morning. Again, isolated shower today. Highs today once again around 90, which we hit yesterday. And that humidity quite high. So beat the heat. If you're heading out to the beach today, good to see those water temperatures coming up quite a bit. Waves about 1 to 2 feet with that south wind, a high UV index. What we're tracking, well, hot the next couple of days. So we're going to kind of continue that heat wave. And it looks like showers and thunderstorms, occasional rounds possible within this heat. Then we break the heat, it looks like, late in the week and next weekend. Really good timing on that, but it's going to be an active pattern right on through Friday, and some of those storms could be severe Tuesday right on through Wednesday, and then beautiful pattern unfolds for the Labor Day weekend.
All right, thanks, Matt. That is going to do it for us today on this edition of the Daily 8, but don't worry, we will be back again with 8 more stories for you tomorrow for your Tuesday edition of the Daily 8. I do want to thank everybody for tuning in to this latest edition of the News 8 Live Desk. I'm Phil Pinarski, and we do hope that you have a great rest of your day.